And all the stories you could tell right now, why is this the one that really rings home for you?
When you come out as gay, it is not uncommon for one of the first things your loved ones to say to you is, don't get HIV. And then you develop this relationship based on fear. And it's one of those, statements that they make that offer no solutions. And yes, there are so many ways of prevention and treatment, given whatever your diagnosis is. But there's just so much stigma surrounding it, and it leads to discrimination, and missed opportunities and harassment for something that is, it's an infectious disease. If you are having sex, you can get HIV. It's that simple. And I think especially, as we all lived through COVID-19, that's an infectious disease. And we were blue in the face talking about how to get it, how to not get it, how to prevent it, what you do once you do get it. And you don't see much stigma or as much stigma attached to it because everyone felt susceptible. So it's changing that perception, which, 10 years ago, did I have some old school thinking on what I thought HIV was? Sure, but I educated myself.
What's something that you didn't know about HIV that you learned during this research?
Well, one thing that shocked me the most in going through all the data is that Black women in the South are much more impacted by HIV. 67% of all women in the South who contract HIV are a Black woman. And of course, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are gay or lesbian or trans. It can happen to heterosexual women. So that's one thing that allowed me to pull back my own lens, my own bias. Obviously, when you are a part of the gay community, you're kind of forced to have a relationship with HIV because it's something that is attached to us. But if I was I shouldn't say if I was a straight Black woman, but given if a straight Black woman in the South, who is someone we meet in the piece, her name's Patsy Johnson, if she can get it, we talk about her path and how she's empowering other people like herself in Jackson to find their best path forward.
Why do you think it's so important for us to build community around people who have HIV and making sure that everyone understands not only the resources that are available, but how you should move forward?
Well, the key word you use there is community, because I don't know who your friends are, but I don't hang out with a bunch of doctors all day. But I do know faith leaders, I do know community leaders, I do know teachers, and it's going to be, it takes a village. It's a community-wide effort for people to share what tools are out there and how to get access to them. So that's one thing we do highlight in this piece on In Real Life is the community leaders who are, fronting that effort to one, just say, it's okay to be who you are. And two, let's just put some science behind all that fear that you might have within you that is preventing you from just going to the doctor and getting tested.